What if I told you that somewhere in the ancient world there was a door so terrifying that no king, no soldier, and no priest dared to open it for over 2,000 years? Not because it was locked, not because it was guarded, but because everyone believed the last person who opened it never truly came back. History is filled with strange places that have been abandoned, buried, or forgotten. Some became legends because of wars, others because of disasters, but a few were forgotten on purpose. This is the story of one of them. Whether it's an ancient legend, a forgotten warning, or something that really happened, I'll let you decide. Around 2,300 years ago, traders crossing a vast desert began telling the same unsettling story. Deep beyond the normal trade routes stood a lonely stone temple. No city surrounded it. No villages stood nearby. Just endless sand and silence. People avoided it. Even experienced travelers would rather spend another week crossing the desert than walk near its entrance. At first, nobody understood why. Then someone finally asked an old traveler what he had seen. His answer was only 4 words. There's a black door. Nothing else. No explanation. Years later, another traveler was asked the same question. He gave the exact same answer. There's a black door. The story spread. Soon merchants began refusing routes that passed the temple. Animals became strangely nervous nearby. Camels refused to move. Birds avoided flying over it. At night, people claimed they heard someone knocking, not from outside, from behind the door. The strange thing was, nobody had ever actually seen the door open. The temple itself was simple. No gold, no giant statues, no hidden treasure. Only a single chamber deep underground. And inside that chamber stood a door unlike anything anyone had seen before. It wasn't made of wood, or bronze, or iron. It looked like polished black stone, so dark that torchlight seemed to disappear into it. There were no hinges, no handle, no keyhole, nothing. Just a perfectly smooth surface, as if it had never been meant to open. Ancient records claim the temple priests followed one rule above all others. Never let anyone touch the door. Not kings, not generals, not even the high priests themselves. Every generation repeated the warning. No one remembered who created the rule, only that breaking it meant disaster. Now think about that for a moment. If someone tells you, don't touch this, what's the first thing your brain wants to do? Touch it. That's not stupidity, it's psychology. Researchers call it psychological reactance. The moment our freedom is restricted, our desire to do the forbidden becomes stronger. It's why children want the toy they're told not to play with, why spoilers are impossible to ignore, why forbidden places attract explorers. The Black Door became exactly that, the greatest forbidden mystery of its time. As centuries passed, the stories grew darker. Some claimed the room behind the door contained a creature older than civilization itself. Others believed it wasn't a prison. It was a warning that humanity had forgotten. Then one story changed everything. A young royal guard named Elias was assigned to protect the temple during a violent sandstorm. He didn't believe in curses. He believed in facts. Every night he mocked the priests. If this door is so dangerous, he laughed, why don't you destroy it? The oldest priest answered calmly, you don't destroy a cage, while something may still be inside. Elias laughed even harder. Fear had become entertainment. Until the 7th night, he heard it. 3 slow knocks from behind the door. Knock, knock, knock. He searched the temple. No one else was there. The priests had gone outside to pray before sunrise. Again, 3 knocks, this time louder. He pressed his ear against the stone. Silence. Then a whisper, his own name. He stepped backward. Impossible. No one knew he was inside. The whisper came again, not louder, closer, as though whoever was speaking stood inches away on the other side. The voice wasn't frightening. It sounded familiar, comforting, like an old friend. It said only one sentence, I've been waiting for you. The next morning, the priests found Elias sitting against the wall. The door was still closed. Nothing had changed, except him. His hair had turned almost completely white overnight. He refused to explain what happened. Every question received the same answer. Don't listen, if it knows your name. A week later, he disappeared. No footprints, no body, nothing. Only his sword remained. The legend spread across kingdoms. Generations passed. Empires rose and collapsed. The temple slowly disappeared beneath layers of sand. Eventually, people stopped believing the story until modern archaeologists uncovered ruins matching the ancient descriptions. A forgotten temple, underground chambers, and deep below, a massive stone doorway, black, smooth, without hinges, without handles, exactly as described. The discovery shocked historians because the ancient records had been dismissed as myths. Yet there it was, standing in the darkness. Researchers spent weeks examining it. No opening mechanism, no hidden passage, nothing unusual. One scientist even joked, "The real mystery is why people were so scared of a rock." Then something happened. Members of the excavation team began reporting vivid nightmares. Not one, all of them. Each dreamed they were standing before the black door. Each heard knocking. Each woke up at exactly 3:17 in the morning. Coincidence? Maybe. Stress can cause shared expectations. Psychologists call it the nocebo effect. When people strongly expect something frightening, the brain can create terrifying experiences that feel completely real. But one detail disturbed everyone. No one had told the researchers about the knocking. That part of the legend had remained buried in untranslated manuscripts. Yet every dream included it. 3 slow knocks. The excavation was quietly abandoned. Officially, because of structural instability. Unofficially, no one wanted to stay another night. To this day, no verified report confirms what was behind the black door. Maybe there was nothing. Maybe that was the point. Because the greatest horrors rarely come from monsters. They come from uncertainty. Think about the last time you waited for important test results. Or when someone texted, "We need to talk." Your imagination probably created something far worse than reality ever did. The human brain hates unanswered questions. It fills empty spaces with fear. That's why abandoned houses seem haunted. Why dark hallways feel dangerous. Why a closed door at midnight is so much more frightening than an open one. The unknown gives fear unlimited room to grow. Maybe the ancient priests understood something we still struggle to accept. Not every mystery needs to be solved. Not every door needs to be opened. Some questions become more dangerous the longer we chase them. And sometimes, the thing waiting behind the door isn't a monster. It's your own curiosity. So here's the question. If you were standing alone in that silent temple, if the black door was right in front of you, and you heard 3 slow knocks, would you open it? Or would you spend the rest of your life wondering what was trying to get out? Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.